I hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, tonight, D-Generation X proudly brings to you its one-time WWE Tag Team Champions of the World, the Road Dogg Kelly Irwin, the Badass Ryan King, the Big Fat Dubs. Welcome to another Big Fat Dubs episode, Bracketology time again. This is our fourth episode, and as you see by the screen here, we're going to be doing a fun one, a very challenging one, Disney and Pixar movie bracket. So as you see, the bracket is split up between one side being fully Disney, mixture of Disney animation and old school Disney classic movies, mixed with on the right hand side the Pixar movies. Obviously they're owned by the same company, it's all Disney and everything like that, but we split it up and everything like that. So how this will work for anyone that's not seen the other episodes, if you have not, go see the other ones. We've done best 90s cartoon, did best villain and superhero, and we did best superhero live action movie. So how this will work, we're going to go down, we're going to each pick our decision on who will win these matchups. If we have a tie, we are going to spin the wheel on my phone, and whoever's pick moves on and everything like that. We'll do a little explanation of why. There are some cases that will be kind of quick with our explanations why. We'll kind of give you guys a thorough reason why we are picking the movies that we are picking. That being said, everyone, if you want to play along or anything like that, comment down below your matchups, seeing if you agree with our picks, if you don't, or if you think someone on this bracket who did not win should have won. Just let us know who you think.
And who your winner was out of the whole thing.
Exactly. So, without further ado, we'll get started with the Disney side. Going with a very, 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 very tough matchup here. We have the Lion King, and these are all the just so everyone knows, these are not the live action adaptations of some of them. These are the cartoons. Fuck the live action Lion King movie. So we're going to go with Lion King versus Tarzan. This one is tough.
I already got mine.
I got mine too. I'm going to say this right now. I love Tarzan. It's a wonderful movie. Bomb-ass soundtrack. It's emotional as fuck. I love, 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 love that movie. But I'm going to go with my classic. I'm going with the Lion King.
How can you not go with the Hakuna Matata?
That movie is a classic. You got Mufasa. You got Sarabi. You got Scar, Simba, Timon and Pumbaa. Zazu. I think I was forgetting that guy's name.
Zazu.
As much as I love the Tarzan movie and the soundtrack, the Lion King soundtrack is just bomb all the way through.
I mean, it was so big when we were younger. Mm-hmm. It was like so big. Soundtrack was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Award winning. Great cast.
Tarzan was really good because they had Phil Collins.
That's what it's mostly known for. It's like, oh yeah, Tarzan. Oh yeah, Phil Collins. He did all the songs on that. I'm like, okay, do you know what it was about? No, but all the songs are great.
Yeah, the story of Tarzan is amazing. I love that story, and I love the animation was definitely improving from then, and so it was definitely really fun to watch. But Lion King is also one of the first movies I can remember watching in the drive-in movie theater in Oak Harbor with my family. It's a fucking classic movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it still makes you cry to this day. It's so fucking good.
It was especially one of my, I don't know about your sister, but my sister, we both loved it. We would watch it quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
As well. It was just one of those movies, especially when we'd come over to our dad's house. We'd throw that one on a lot. Because it was just, we enjoyed it. I think mostly because we just enjoyed it because when they got to the Timon and Pumbaa introduction, that was the best part because the songs and Timon and Pumbaa are funny as fuck.
Well, it was a good change of pace because you had a good story in the first part of the movie, really sad when it leads up to Mufasa's death, and then you get Timon and Pumbaa who bring that comedic value into it now, and it was such a joyful movie. But another thing. We could speak more Lion King, and we have a funny feeling it's going to move on very further in this matchup. Going next to the matchup, we have Princess and the Frog and Lilo and Stitch. Oh, mine is easy.
Mine's easy.
Is it Lilo? Lilo and Stitch. Moving on. Princess and the Frogs is a great movie.
Yeah, nothing
and
against
everything
them.
and everything like that. But Lilo and Stitch was so funny. You know, it was definitely one of those movies that wasn't involved around a princess or anything like that. Yeah, this little alien and everything like that. He's a little destructive. Then ultimately finds the meaning of family. Gives Lilo a friend because she's growing up with
He finds out he doesn't have to be destructive.
Exactly. It's such a cute movie and it's so fucking funny. And again, it's got a killer soundtrack to it too.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have fuck, this is a good one. We have Tangled and Big Hero 6. God, this one's tough. You go first on this one.
Mine's Big Hero 6. I actually never saw that until I think last year. Ryan actually suggested because I had never saw it too. Because when I first saw it, I was kind of like meh. But trailers can always be deceiving. Like especially back when I saw the trailer for it. But then when I actually watch it, I'm like, oh, dude, this is actually really cool. Creative story. These two brother geniuses. Living with their aunt. Then the one brother's trying to go to school, creates this life companion, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah, so his older brother creates Baymax to be kind of a walking first aid kit, pretty much, and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the wheel of this one because I got to give Tangled the love because that's such a good movie.
That's a cute one, too.
That's a really cute movie. And it was a story. It's a fairy tale story that was brought to the TV.
And how can you not like Pasquale?
Pasquale's so funny. I love the comedic value of the damn horse and Finn Rider. Like that was so fucking funny. So we're gonna go to the wheel on this one because I love Big Hero 6 and Tangled.
Come on, Big Hero 6, money.
And the winner is Big Hero 6 moves on. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. A part of me was very leaning to it, but I wanted to give our first wheel spin because I think love needs to go to Tangled. It was such a great movie. Next movie is a popular voted movie, Ooh. Frozen versus Moana. I'm going to be real with you. Moana moves on easily. Easily. It's a funny movie. It's so cute. It's got a great story. It's a very powerful message movie. And same with Frozen. Frozen was also a very powerful message. But, I felt more enjoyed watching Moana.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way too, especially with Maui. Dwayne Johnson playing Maui, and that was funny as heck. Olaf, like in Frozen, you knew right away he was. I don't know. I just knew right away he was always going to be that one try to crack jokes and be funny and kind of dumb.
Yeah,
I feel like saw that coming. I was like, no, thank you for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely Moana for me.
Moana moves on. Fuck me.
Oh,
fuck me. All right, I got my answer, but I'm not happy that I have to choose one of these answers. Next matchup, we have Aladdin versus Hercules. Growing up, I've always loved Hercules. I've always, I made different adaptations of Hercules. One of my favorite was always this movie, but it was also the Adventures of Hercules with Kevin Sorbo that was always on Fox.
The Legendary Journey.
But and I love Hercules, and on any other matchup, I'd move it on. But you cannot beat the classic fucking legendary story of Aladdin with fucking Robin Williams as the genie who literally I could see a whole movie about him and be fucking happy.
Oh yeah.
And but not only just him, but like the story was great, just the music was awesome. The the whole thing was just so beautifully done, and all the casting was correct. It was so done well. And Hercules, I love you, man, but fucking Robin Williams alone moves your ass along to the next
Damn,
level.
Really?
I can't go against Aladdin.
I thought we were going to be spinning the wheel on this one.
No.
Because if you know me, Aladdin is my favorite Disney movie, like, all time. I'm sorry. I love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
The magic that's in it, the genie, like I said, Robin Williams is so freaking funny, the story. It captured me as a kid back then.
Oh, 100%. Like I said, it pains me to not pick Hercules because that's one of my favorite. But So is Aladdin. I can watch Aladdin. I don't even have to watch Aladdin. I can just go on YouTube and listen to the soundtrack and just be
Yeah.
amazed and happy.
Also, I think I just had the hots for Jasmine, so
I mean,
still kind of do.
all right, next matchup we have Little Mermaid versus Pocahontas. Definitely two really deep emotional movies. Um but I gotta give it to Little Mermaid. That was always one of my favorites growing up. Um I'm big on music when it comes to these movies, and like, come on. Little Mermaid had some kick ass.
Oh yeah, and it's another great story.
Oh yeah.
Of a mermaid, she didn't want to be. She thought, daddy, pretty much having daddy issues, and daddy wouldn't let her do this. Daddy wouldn't let her do
Oh yeah,
that.
very controlled
Very
family.
controlling. He's like, no,
very
she's
controlling
like,
father, and then she
pretty much
also makes the wrong
stands
choice.
up to him and says, well, screw you, Dad. I'm gonna do what I want, and see ya. And
Yep.
finds out that she sacrificed something very valuable to her, and it still didn't help get what she wanted.
Next matchup, we have Mulan versus Zootopia. I don't know if you. I don't think you said you've actually seen Zootopia.
I have not seen Zootopia, but otherwise, hand out, I would have picked Mulan.
100%. I would have picked Mulan too. Zootopia is a very cute movie, but Mulan with everything about it. Again, Eddie Murphy as fucking Mushu, so golden. The story was awesome because it was a definitely different tone. Because instead of the hero being the prince or something like that, the hero is Mulan, and she is saving the country and everything like that. And such a, and also
Ming
too.
Okay, I almost said it wrong.
Huh?
Ming Ne Wen. I knew it was something Ming and then Wen, but I was thinking Ming something else than Wen. So yeah, Ming Ne Wen voicing Mulan in this one.
And also too, one of my favorite things about this movie is the fact that she's just like, come on, make a man out of you is a bomb ass song.
Yes, make a man out of you. Plus, it's a great story too. It's actually based off a true story, or true story, legend, folktale, however you want. But there's different annotations of it.
Yeah. Also, fuck the live action Mulan movie. That movie was terrible.
Well, that actually went more towards the legend, from what I've been told. But still,
that was such a bad movie.
But still, the way they portray that now.
All right, next matchup, final matchup of the Disney matchup of the first round. We have Beauty and the Beast, which is actually one of my favorites of all time, versus Nightmare Before Christmas. Beauty and the Beast takes it for me. I've always enjoyed that more than Nightmare Before Christmas. I think with Nightmare Before Christmas, it's a great start and it's got such a great intro song and everything like that. But then it really slows down throughout the rest of the movie that you kind of get dulled out a little bit into it, in my opinion. Beauty and the Beast is a great tale. Obviously, it's a folk tale that's been told over time about a beautiful a beauty falling in love with a beast and everything like that. But let's be real, the characters were so damn funny.
Oh yeah,
Luminaire, fucking Cogsworth.
That cast.
Oh yeah, great. Be Our Guest is a fucking classic song right there. Yeah. Gaston is a great villain because you really just hate the motherfucker. So Beauty and the Beast moves on. Obviously,
I actually just read a little story about that whole thing, that they were like, pretty much that whole area was cursed, not just the beast, but that village as well. Gaston was actually the only one that actually was not cursed, but he was trying to save everybody.
Huh. Didn't know that.
Yeah, that was some theory that somebody had, that they're all blind and he wasn't.
Huh. All right, next up we have, in the first matchup of the Pixar brackets, we have Up versus Brave. Go ahead and go first on this one.
Well, kind of like what we just had with Mulan, Brave, same thing. Family, wants to be this way, the other way, and I thought Brave was pretty cute and stuff. With the whole Irish, Scottish, or I might have just screwed that up. It's Irish, Scottish, right?
It's Scottish.
Yeah, it's Scottish. I don't remember. That whole thing. I mean, it's funny. Don't get me wrong, it's funny. But yeah, it just ends up being like a whole family issue. But I'm actually gonna go with Up. I actually think that's more powerful movie. of a guy who went through a lot, tried to start a family with his wife. Unfortunately, they couldn't have a kid, or some miscarriage. We never really get to tell. He ends up passing away, and then fortunately, where he lives, they wanted to actually get rid of his house because it's becoming more part of the city. So he wants to go, and so he decides, you know what, I'm gonna go live my dream here while I still can. And I feel like that's more powerful than actually brave. That this guy's trying to live out his last dream, live out the dream for both him and his wife, and
Well,
then actually helping this little boy Russell along the way.
I agree with you. For me, with Up, it's a different tale. A lot of Disney, we get a lot of like one dimensional kind of movies where it's a strong, um, you know, it's a different tale of something, and I think they did it really well. Like the whole first intro of the movie with him living his life and with his wife, and he ended up passing away, and him becoming very disgruntled and hurt and
Yeah.
lost and everything like that. It was so cute. It was so sad.
Plus, you
And
really
the
don't.
and the characters involved with it, Doug, Russell,
Yeah.
whatever the fucking bird thing is, like it was so cute. Like he got what he wanted at the end, which was a family, which he's always wanted. Obviously, and that was something that he was very happy with at the end because his wife. That's what him and his wife ever wanted. So it was kind of like a guardian. It was kind of like a signal from a guardian angel to here's Russell. Here's Doug. And Doug is so fucking cute. First and foremost, I love me I love me big dogs like that, like golden retrievers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he fits it so damn perfect. The fucking mind goes away in 2 seconds. It's
Right.
like squirrel. It's so funny. Up moves on.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. Okay.
Oh, next matchup. I don't know why they put these two together, but hey, what the fuck ever. We have Toy Story, the original Toy Story, versus the sequel, Toy Story 2. I think this one's pretty easy for me. It's Toy Story 1.
Yep.
Toy Story
Yep.
2 wouldn't have happened without Toy Story.
Yep.
And I love Toy Story 2, but it kind of took a step back for me compared to Toy Story 1 because that was such a great movie. Great animation. It was the first Pixar movie, and it was definitely the story was like, Toy Story is pretty much, they talk about the toys, but it's really a story of Woody.
Yeah. Well, if you actually remember too, yeah, Toy Story, it basically comes down to Buzz and Woody as, the main characters in that. Then also in between these two movies, Buzz Lightyear got his own movie, his Buzz Lightyear Star Command movie.
Yeah.
So that was kind of his own notation. This Toy Story 2 was more about Woody's background. We got to get to see more of Woody. Really, Woody was apparently from a show from the 1950s, puppeteer, strings and all that stuff, and really famous back then. Well, we didn't know that. We thought Woody was just, one of those average cowboy doll toys.
Just one of those average cowboy dolls that they made.
And find out that, he's like a classic toy. So that's how you get to see his story. But yeah, I feel like it was a bit more, I don't know, just got so caught up in, wanted to be famous because, oh yeah, Andy's actually done with me after in the first one, he loved Andy so much that he was willing to pretty much, kill Buzz.
Well, the thing that I love about the toy, and this is about all Toy Story movies, is the fact that, like, when the first one came out, we were kids.
Oh, yeah.
And by the time Toy Story 3 came out, Andy was going to college. We were, our age, we were actually going to college too. And so that, like, the timeline of Toy Story was our whole thing. So one thing I loved about Toy Story 1 was, like, the thinking of myself of, okay, when we were little kids, like toddlers, like not toddlers, but maybe a little bit older, we were playing with whatever toys we got, G.I. Joes and everything like that. But then here comes Buzz Lightyear, here comes Transformers, Power Rangers. Now we want the new, we want the new. And that was something to me that was like, oh, that really hit home to me because it's like, okay, I remember having those little dollar store action figures that, you get as a kid because honestly no one knows what the fuck you like. And then you get okay, I watched Power Rangers. Now I want everything Power Rangers.
Yep.
Andy, he has cowboys. He has all these different toys. Yep. Here comes Buzz Lightyear. He wants everything Space Rangers. I mean, it hits home more.
Yeah.
But Toy Story 2 is a great movie.
Yeah, it's how, I think any kids grow up, they just grow out of, one particular toy. And
exactly.
When a newer one comes along and it's like, okay, well, see ya. Here's my new.
Yep. Moving on,
Man.
we have Coco versus Cars 2.
Again, I've never seen Coco, so it would have to be Cars 2 for me.
I've never seen Coco either. I've heard it's a great movie and everything like that. Cars 2 does move on. However, I'm gonna be real. That movie was not that great.
It really wasn't. It focused way too much on Mater and with him, especially Michael playing Finn McMissile. And that one, it kind of got away from the whole racing scheme, which I think actually captured a lot of people with Lightning McQueen being a racer and him seeing the struggles that he goes through that, especially a young one. So yeah, this one was just all about pretty much to give Larry the Cable Guy more TV time.
It kind of took a very big step back from what the whole concept of car was, which was making a race car humble into his roots of like proper driving and small town like that. Next matchup we have Toy Story 3 versus The Good Dinosaur. Toy Story 3 moves on in my opinion. It's way better than The Good Dinosaur.
Again, I never saw The Good Dinosaur. Didn't appeal to me honestly because I feel like I grew up with Pete's Dragon for crying out loud. That was my
honestly, you know what kind of reminded me of was the movie Dinosaur that came out when we were kids.
Oh yeah, the actual movie Dinosaur.
Yeah, but Toy Story 3, actually, like if I had to actually talk about why I'm picking Toy Story 3, talk about an emotional roller coaster that movie.
Just like you were talking about, Andy's now older.
He's in college. The toys are feeling like they're useless now. To the infirmary scene, oh my god, that shit was fucking emotional. You thought they were gonna die.
Like, well, this is the it.
And it's just it moves on. This one's this one's hard. This one's hard. We actually just watched both these movies just recently. We have Ratatouille and Bug's Life. Take it away.
I love both these movies. I'm sorry. I love both these movies. Ratatouille, I don't know why. I just enjoy this movie. Maybe because it deals with food. I don't know. Maybe because I like food and something like that. But for some reason, for me, I can't go with Ratatouille, unfortunately. Because A Bug's Life, I don't know why. I think it's kind of like one of those things. You literally took a live creature. You made it to be able to walk on two legs and it can talk and literally show this. What we do, as humans don't really see. A whole different world and just. The cast in that was funny as shit with the circus people. Just Bug's Life for me is gonna be the one for me.
We go into the wheel because I love Ratatouille. I'm a big sucker for like cooking, and everything like that. But I love the story of Remy. Again, he's a rat that wants to be more than what his title is.
I think for me, like A Bug's Life, I think I appeal more to Flake because nobody would try to take me seriously a lot of the time and stuff. So I think that's why I'm more attracted to that one. Plus, I enjoy more because I felt that way when I was younger.
And trust me, I love A Bug's Life. Like rewatching it made me fucking enjoy it so much,
especially in 4K now.
Yeah, but god, oh yeah, watching when we first saw it in 4K, that was so fucking amazing. But with Ratatouille, I'm giving it to what it deserves because it's such a beautiful story. So we go into the wheel on this one because I feel like it's the right thing to do because I can't.
Yeah. Also too, Ratatouille, is giving you inspiration to follow your dream. Don't let anything stop you.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, kind of deal. So
exactly,
you can't go wrong with either of these ones.
You can't. Yeah. So the wheel says Ratatouille moves on. Again, I love A Bug's Life though. That's such a really funny movie. It's a beautiful butterfly. All right, next matchup. Oh my god, I actually hate one of these movies. We have Finding Nemo and Inside Out. This might cause controversy. I don't give a shit. I fucking hate Finding Nemo. That movie is so dumb. The only best part about that goddamn movie is the turtles. They are fucking funny as hell.
Crush.
Squirt. And then, when they go shark bait, ooh ha ha. That shit is funny. Everything about the movie is just so annoying. It's dumb. I've not even seen Inside Out, and I'm picking Inside Out.
It's funny. I almost picked Inside Out to watch actually here recently, and I almost did, but I know I kind of wish I did to actually have an idea. But yeah, I actually have to go with Finding Nemo because that's the one I've only seen.
We going with this wheel.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if Nemo either of these move on, Ratatouille's going to be in the next one anyway. So,
Finding Nemo is on, which I think is proper because Nemo has a better fan base than Inside Out. Man, you know what? Next round, Nemo, you gone.
Yeah,
you gone.
It's going to be gone.
All right, really good matchup on this one. We have Monsters Inc. versus Cars. So again, we talked about Cars 2 a little bit ago, so we talked a little bit about Cars. Cars was a wonderful movie. It's about Lightning McQueen becoming humble in like understanding that he's not he doesn't have to live his life like this superstar. He can find peace and everything like that. It's a wonderful movie, but I'm going with the movie that I absolutely love in Pixar. That's Monsters Inc. That movie is so fucking good.
Thank you.
You have a great story. First of all, John Goodman and fucking Billy Crystal are fucking hilarious. They are such a good team. And, it's a very cute movie, especially like, they've always feared humans and everything. Even though they're monsters, they feared they lived in this lifestyle that like, oh, humans are evil. If you touch them, you die and all that stuff. And like you see them turning it from these, they're not just monsters now. Now they have emotions, they have heart, and they're out to protect Boo and everything like that. It's such a great movie. Monsters Inc. beats Cars.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Monsters Inc. is going to be a movie that could potentially end up in the finals. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I mean, it was so good. They've done a prequel. They just released a TV series of it last year.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would have kept kind of going with it. I think it's a nice world for them to dive into, something different.
It's really funny.
Cars is the same way. I mean, Cars has got its own attraction at one of the theme parks.
But Monsters is so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Last matchup, we have Incredibles, Disney Pixar's superhero family movie, versus Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Now, this one's a tough matchup because Wall-E has a big fan base for it. They really do, especially when that movie came out as a very adorable, cute movie. I'm going to go with Incredibles, though, because that movie was so funny and so good, and it really dips into, like, it takes superhero movies to a whole new level because now they're looked at as bad. They have to hide, they have to go in hiding. They can't really show their powers. You have the kids growing up, Dash is this little cocky shithead. Really is a cocky little shithead. You have Violet, who's trying to, she's trying to find herself as she's growing up, as most teenagers do and everything like that. You have the great dynamic duo of Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl. I think it's such a wonderful movie. I'm sorry, Wally, you move on.
Right.
Incredibles.
Yeah. It's funny because like the last couple times I've watched Wall-E, it doesn't feel the same anymore. Like when I watch it, for some reason, to me, it's not captivating me much anymore. I mean, obviously back then when I've watched it multiple times. I enjoy it, but for some reason, lately it just hasn't been. I still think it's a great movie, but it just doesn't hit me like you did when it first came out. But like you said, Incredibles. Being a superhero fan and seeing something like that, it literally like opened up this whole other world, like heroes and villains and stuff. It's like okay.
And I gotta say,
and seeing the real struggles of like a superhero family.
Oh yeah,
it's like
honestly, it's got one of the best Disney quotes with the Frozone. Where's my super suit? That's one of the funniest. It's one of the funniest dialogues you'll ever see. All right, so we're going on to the second round now. Going back up to Disney, we have The Lion King versus Lilo and Stitch. I think this one's pretty easy. It's Lion King. Lion King moves on.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch is a great movie, but again, like we talked about, Lion King is a classic. It's a fucking classic. Next matchup, we have Big Hero 6 versus Moana. I think I know where you're going with this. I think I can agree with you. Big Hero 6?
No, actually, I was going to go with Moana on this
one. Okay. I love Moana, but I enjoy Big Hero 6 more.
Another one you can go either way with, but
yeah,
with this matchup, I feel Moana's got a more powerful story behind it. Obviously, Big Hero 6 more about avenging his brother in that one.
Yeah, I mean, Moana's definitely more of a powerful movie and everything like that, but I'm giving love to Big Hero 6. So we're gonna spin the wheel for it again. And Big Hero 6 moves on.
Damn.
Okay. All right. Next matchup, we have Aladdin versus Little Mermaid. It's Aladdin.
Aladdin for me.
Aladdin.
I mean, it's my favorite movie all the time. This movie.
Again, Little Mermaid
I think I can already see what's going to be at the end of this list coming up.
Aladdin moves on. Again, Little Mermaid's such a great movie, but Aladdin just hits different. A movie I'm surprised it's not on here. I wish it was. Is a Goofy movie. I love that film.
I don't know, maybe because they're not doing something based off of.
Yeah. Next matchup, we have Mulan and Beauty and the Beast. I'm going with Beauty and the Beast. I'm going with Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
I'm going with Beauty and the motherfucking Beast.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to side with you on this one. I mean, yeah.
It's again, it's hard because Mulan's such a great story. But there's so many factors that go into Beauty and the Beast that make it just on top. And it's, for me, it's soundtrack, it's the story, it's the delivery between all the characters, you know? Like listening to Lumiere and Cogsworth is so damn funny.
Talk about a pair, you know.
Oh, yeah. Talk about a great pair.
I mean, of course, I don't remember the actual names of the voice actors, but yeah, those two just work so well together.
Yeah, and the whole casting for Beauty and the Beast just fed off each other one by one, and it was so nice. Next matchup, we're going back to Pixar in the second round. We have Up versus Toy Story. I'm picking Toy Story.
I mean, yeah, it's Toy Story. I already saw that coming before.
I honestly, to me, that's a Final Four matchup team right there. Next matchup, we have Cars 2, Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3?
Yeah, it has to be, because like you said, Cars 2 it's the worst one out of the series. It's actually one of the lowest rated Pixar movies.
Yeah.
If not the lowest Pixar rated movie.
All right. This next matchup, we have one that we've already decided early on. Ratatouille, Finding Nemo. Ratatouille moves on. It's 1,000 times better than
as you've said before.
All right. Next matchup, we have Monsters, Inc. versus The Incredibles. I'm sticking to my gut. I'm going Monsters, Inc. I think that's a way better movie than The Incredibles because
it's something different.
But it plays in everything. It's comedic. It's got so much emotion. You feel loved. You feel sad. Everything. Monsters Inc. moves on.
Yeah, it has to. As much as we love the superhero thing, but
yeah,
that whole world of the monster world.
Oh,
I still enjoy going back and watching them.
Oh yeah, and again, we're talking about people that feed off each other really well. Again, John Goodman and Billy Crystal. You couldn't pick a better Sully and Mike.
Right.
Next up, we have an easy matchup. I think we can already move them on. We have Lion King versus Big Hero 6. It's Lion King. It's fucking Lion King.
Big Hero 6 doesn't even stand a chance against that. That's why.
I'm sorry, it doesn't.
That's why I was cute. That's also why I was like, man, if we had Moana in there, I was wondering if you were still gonna go with Lion King or actually go with Moana.
Tarzan was the of this first top bracket here, right?
Yeah.
Tarzan was the only matchup that could have given Lion King a run for their money. Lion King was going to house this bracket like they did. Yeah, I love Moana. Don't get me wrong. I love Moana. Yeah. I love Tango. Does not stand a chance. Tarzan is the only movie that stood a chance to upsetting Lion King, and they didn't. This one, should we go for the wheel? I mean, I feel like we have to.
I mean, I'm going Aladdin hands down.
I'm going to go Beauty and the Beast because, again, I want to go to the wheel because I respect these two enough.
Yeah, I know.
I respect these two enough to make it happen.
I almost got to go back and rewatch these now.
Hail as old as time, Beauty and the Beast move on. We can be fair though.
I'll try to help you out.
I know, but again, you can't go wrong with either one of these movies. It's so good. I think it kind of does slut up though. Who's moving on to the finals of that side? I feel like
yeah.
Yep. So next matchup we have Toy Story versus Toy Story 2. Or you put Toy Story 2. It's been Toy Story 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no. This one's a little tougher because you have I'm going Toy Story 1.
I'm gonna go Toy Story 1. I prefer the classic over the
The
third
classic
one.
is still good.
And we just rewatched those and just still
The first
still
one,
enjoy it.
again, Pixar wouldn't be Pixar without Toy Story 1.
Yeah.
All right, next matchup we have Ratatouille, Monsters Inc. I think I know who you're going for. The Monsters?
Yep.
I say Monsters as well. Monsters is moving on. All right.
Okay.
Final
And
four.
it comes down to the finals, baby.
All right. For the finals of the Disney, we have The Lion King and The Beauty and the Beast. I know you really wanted Aladdin there, but I don't think, as much as I love Aladdin, as much as I love Beauty and the Beast, for me personally, I still don't think they would have beat this movie. Fucking Lion King goes on.
It's still the Lion King.
Would you have picked Lion King even if Aladdin was in there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. Even though Aladdin is up there, really up there, Lion King is just it's beyond.
It's fucking gold.
Yeah.
So, and next matchup we have Toy Story versus Monsters Inc. This one's a fun one actually. But I'm gonna go with my gut feeling. I'm gonna go Toy Story. Because we wouldn't have Monsters Inc. without Toy Story.
I think Toy Story was what set a lot of these in motion. Mm-hmm. Especially, A Bug's Life, Ratatouille, Monsters. So it has to be Toy Story. All right. Out the big one. And go figure, two classics from our childhood are in this final.
Yep. But I have I know who I'm picking out of this. Now, again, it's really hard. Because Toy Story, you are an amazing fucking movie. On all levels. Comedic value, heartfelt, you felt everything. But motherfucking Lion King did that first. Lion King did it first in a way better way. And I'm sorry, Toy Story, you had Randy Newman. This had some fucking bangers. I'm sorry, you got a friend of me, Akuna Matata? Fuck off with that friend of me. You got Akuna Matata.
Shoot, even the song at the very beginning of Lion King.
Oh yeah, the Circle of Life.
Yeah, Circle of Life. I don't know what you're saying, but hell,
Circle of Life is amazing. Everything about it was so good. I mean, again, Toy Story is it's a very cute movie, but Lion King, like, from start to finish, like, you had the greatest intro in one of the Disney movies with the Circle of Life showing Simba, and then we see him grow up, we see him become a man, we see him, like, have that little arrogance, like, oh, I'm future king, blah, 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 I'm untouchable. Then he loses his father. He has to get some humility now. He meets Timon and Pumbaa, who fucking change his life.
Yeah.
And then you have him fight Scar, the rightful heir, of the king is back and everything like that. Lion King will go down as one of the greatest movies of all time. And my pick for this bracket, hands down, The Lion King.
All right. Good. So, because Lion King is so powerful, we're giving sympathy to Toy Story winning it all. I'm just joking.
Oh, we'd have to go for the well. That one, if you picked it.
No, it's Lion King. I'm sorry. It is Lion King. Like you said, as much as we both love Toy Story, Captivating World and all that, Lion King did it all before then. And like I said, you could still go back and watch that one. Don't watch the live action one. And just still be captivated by it. Still singing along with all that. Still loving all the characters in it.
Yeah, first of all, the live action one is so damn... Listen, the live action one literally is one of those live action movies that went script for script, point for point, accurate to the cartoon. One thing I hate about it is that again, I know it's a kids movie. There was this one family that sat in front of me. They brought their kids in, and they would not stop screaming. So, and again, like, listening to the voices of the live action crew versus the cartoon one, it's not the same. I know everyone's like, it's never
Oh
going to be
yeah.
the same. But let's be real. With the cartoons they and I'll even speak on Aladdin as well. The cartoon Aladdin's cast versus the live action cast. And I'm going to take two people in general. Will Smith and Robin Williams, because they're both iconic actors, right? I'm sorry. Will Smith, you tried. You absolutely tried.
Yeah, you did.
But Robin Williams is the fucking genie, and he will go down as the genie, and he will always be the genie, because he delivered on every fucking thing. May you rest in peace. So that's it for this bracket. How'd you feel about this bracket? Do you think
I
it was
enjoyed
fair?
this.
Do you think it was
I enjoy-
rigged? Do you think it was?
I told you like there's gonna be some hard decisions to make. There's gonna be some hard decisions to make. I was looking for something else, and then I actually stumbled across this, and I was like, you know what? This would actually be perfect because we both love Disney and Pixar. We've been watching Disney and Pixar movies from time to time, and yeah, I saw this, and I thought, you know what? We're gonna probably end up doing this eventually. Let's do it now. And like you said, there was definitely some that was like, oh, I wish it was like going up against this person so I can move it on. But
It's hard too because like the ones we did the wheel on, we kind of had. To, I kind of felt like we had to because the justice of like. Again, I love Aladdin just like Kelly does.
We both love each one, but you know,
But
unfortunately, one
respect
has to...
respect to Beauty and the Beast. It's like, you know what, you deserve a chance because you're so iconic. Like, you know, you're talking about two iconic movies. It's hard to pick them. It's hard to fucking pick them. But ultimately, again, like we said, whether it been Hercules, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Mulan, anybody in this bracket here. There's no one beating Lion King. It's
No.
a fuck. If you have not seen the cartoon Lion King in a long time, go back and watch it. I almost guarantee you will feel the same way. There might be some people that don't love Lion King, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But for us, hell no, that is the GOAT.
Like we said, you know, Tarzan, great movie, banger soundtrack. But unfortunately, it's going up against the Lion King.
It's going against.
If it was going against anybody else, it's moving on.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're probably seeing, you know, Tarzan and Lion King literally right here at the end.
Yeah.
But Lion King's still moving on.
Oh yeah.
But still, Tarzan would have went further.
Oh yeah. You know, and that's the same with like, you know, looking at Pixar. We love Monsters Inc., Ratatouille, Bugs Life, great movies. But Toy Story is literally so fucking good.
It was something different. It captivated us.
And I will say this. I'm going to throw this out here. Disney and Pixar always know how to do it. Because and I'm not talking Star Wars. I'm not talking Marvel properties. I know that they're part of Disney now. But when it comes to Disney, they know how to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And
obviously, you still don't have some other movies in here like Luca or Encanto or Soul that are on this list.
yeah,
It'll probably be on a different list, but I felt like this one had a bit more,
more
of what we
accurate to
knew,
us.
what we knew about it. Plus, yeah, like I said, I have not seen like 4 of these, and Ryan said he's seen like a couple. Hasn't seen like a couple of these.
but it was more accurate to what we grew up with.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Because you're looking at like the Disney side, you know, Tarzan, Lion King, Lilo and Stitch, Aladdin, Hercules, Little Mermaid, Pocahontas, Mulan.
Yeah, the only one I've not seen out of that whole one is just Utopia. I've seen all of the other ones.
But a lot of those movies came out when we were kids. You
exactly.
know?
Yeah.
And
Utopia
like we said, Toy Story was something that when we were kids, we were the same age as Andy in the movie.
Yeah, 1994.
And so we're watching this movie of this kid playing with his toys and transitioning from the first toy he had to something new. Oh, fuck, we did the same thing.
I want a Buzz Lightyear. I want an RC. I want a ham piggy bank.
Oh, yeah. You know, you have a Bug's Life, like Kelly said. You know, that relates to people who, if people were never taken seriously, you know. It's a great underdog story because, you know, Flick, right? Was his name. Flick was a guy that, you know, was an outcast of his own colony because he screwed up. You know, he was different. He didn't follow the guidelines.
Tradition, yeah, the tradition that, you know, he wanted to help, you know, move stuff along, get stuff better. You know, using his brain actually, but no, people are like, oh no, that's different. We can't have that.
Yeah, you know, Ratatouille. You know, it's following your dreams. You know, and don't live the lifestyle people choose for you. You know, you have Monsters Inc., which again, we think of monsters. We think of, oh, they're scary. They're going to kill me. Hell no. Fucking Sully's a G, man. I want to fucking hang out with Sully. Mike's a little different story. He might know the hell out of me.
You want to hug the big guy.
Oh, I know. But like Mike Wazowski is a different story. That little fucker's going to annoy the hell out of me.
Oh, no. When we're going to the bowling alley, he's my bowling ball.
Oh, fuck. He's my kickball. But like, again, this was a very fun bracket. It was very, again, Disney and Pixar are just two so iconic movie franchises that this was a very fun one. And I really feel like there wasn't any bad blood in any of this. There was some really bad matchups that I did not want to see. Fucking Aladdin and Hercules, man. You started off with that one? Fuck, man. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning into this show. As always, like, subscribe, punch that notification bell, and tune into it and watch some of our other ones. We have another one coming up later. We also have Mario Monday coming out on Monday. And we may be doing a Royal Rumble preview show for all the WWE fans out there.
If not, at least a
post Royal Rumble.
Post Royal reaction.
Yep. So we'll just be tuned for our first WWE one. Movie trailer wise, we haven't really seen any new trailers out that has been interesting enough. We may do one for the 30th anniversary of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers special that's coming out on Netflix. And then movie review time, we'll do our first one for Wakanda Forever after February 1st when it comes out, and Kelly can finally see the movie.
Yep.
And everything like that.
I think I'll actually have, because that's a Tuesday, right?
Something like that, I think.
Something, well, I'll have one day at least next week to be able to watch it.
Yeah.
And
so expect our first movie review from that and everything like that. Thank you guys. Tune in to the channel. Like, subscribe, punch that notification bell. If you guys have anything else, let us know. Kelly, you got anything?
No, this was fun. As much as a little smaller bracket than what you guys have seen before, which I think was actually a bit nicer. We didn't have to go through a bunch because we know this usually takes us like over an hour to get through.
Yeah,
especially with the bigger brackets we've done. So it was nice to actually do something a little bit smaller. And like I said, I think this fitted both of us very well. So yeah, enjoyed it as always. Can't wait to do our next one.
And of course, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. See ya.